Hello, my precious little love bugs. Welcome to another pick a card reading. Today's reading is a big one. It is Stay or Move On. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to do another reading for you. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. In today's reading, we are going to take a look at the current energy of your relationship, you, them, the relationship overall. And then we're going to look at what the relationship is going to look like if you stay, what things will look like for you if you move on, and then some advice for the situation. So because of the nature of this reading, I want to do a little bit of a disclaimer here. So I am not telling you what to do with your relationship. Please use your own judgment. You know yourself and your relationship better than I do. And the predictions that I'm giving you are based on your current path if nothing changes. So if you see something that you don't like, you have the ability, both yourself and within your relationship, to make choices that will change the trajectory of where things are heading. So if you see something that looks negative or not what you want, use your judgment to see if this is something that you want to work on or if it's something that you want to move on from. So I'm just trying to give you a different way of looking at your relationship so that you can empower yourself to make the best decision for you. So I hope this is helpful. Now, please use your intuition to choose from one of these three magical forest critters. Choose the pile that you are most drawn to. You can pause the video if you need, and I will have timestamps in the description box down below. I will see you in the reading. Hello, my beautiful, magnificent, and lovely pile number ones. Welcome to your pick a card reading, Stay or Move On. This is a little bit of a heavier topic, so I'm looking forward to working through this with you. So hopefully you can find a little bit of clarity on where you stand in your relationship with another person, and if you want to continue on with it or not. If you haven't already and you feel called to subscribe, like, or comment, it is so very appreciated and it's a huge help. So we're going to start off your reading by doing, this wanted to come out, an energy check for the current state of your relationship. The first card is your relationship as a whole. The next one is you. And the next one will be your person. Bottom of the deck. All right, so couple of threes here. So pile one, I get the sense that your relationship overall is not in a good place right now. At the very least, there have been some things that have happened in the recent past that caused some pain, some hurt, or some heartbreak. Maybe somebody said something that was very cutting, and that changed the dynamic of the relationship for you. It's dampened your experience of it. I think maybe your person has been a little bit wishy-washy or inconsistent in their effort, where one day you might be getting a lot from them in terms of connection, validation, and effort, and the next day it could be crickets. So it seems like there's a lot of highs and lows happening right now, and you might be in the headspace where it seems easier to just remove yourself from the relationship and focus on yourself and having fun with the other people in your life. And also, you might feel that a different connection might be one that is less stressful and one that you don't have to worry about as much. Maybe this person expressed being uncertain with you uncertain about what they want out of the relationship, maybe uncertain about committing. So it's interesting, like there is some hurt in the relationship, but I do think maybe your default is to be a very independent person. And you have a level of awareness that removing yourself from the relationship might be the thing that brings some more ease and happiness back into your life. So pile one, let's keep going. We're going to pull some cards as to the progression of this relationship if you stay in it and you continue on with this person. Nudity on this one. So the progression of things in this relationship, starting with your past experience of it. I think you are someone who put a lot of effort and time into building the relationship. This might be someone you've already invested some history and time with. Getting to know them, building a foundation, just working at the relationship to get it to a certain point. I think maybe what's been missing is that security and that like substantial offer from this other person. Because I think in a way, like you are happy to have this person in your life. I think you feel excitement about the possibility of them as your partner. But as the relationship stands currently, there hasn't really been like a full united like blending of the two of you. The Nine of Cups is about being happy and independent apart from someone else, aside from something you build with another person. That's the 10 of Cups. So there is happiness, there is some fulfillment, and there is being in a good spot where if you want to, you can add that 10th cup. But that has not been the progression of things. So if you stay, I think what might come next for you here with the 7 of Cups is a bit of a mixed bag, where the future of it, if you stay, is going to remain unclear. So if you want to stay in this relationship with a firm path forward, with a firm vision of the future with this person, this is not necessarily what I see happening. I think there is a lot of uncertainty. I think there's a lot of different ways it could go. And I think there might be a lack of being on the same page about the future of the connection or about just life in general. There's so many different things going on in this cup. And that reminds me of the way that you try to align values with someone that you're trying to build something long-term with. So, do you have similar views on life? Do you have similar spiritual views? Do you have a vision for creating a family, of getting married, of where you want to live? And it just seems that there are so many things up in the air. And it's not clear if you are aligned with this person or not. And then moving forward, you have the Empress and the 8 of Wands. And part of this feels, it reminds me of a relationship experience where you're not necessarily aligned, but the relationship becomes comfortable and the companionship becomes comfortable, and that's why it moves forward, not necessarily because of two people being on the same page, consciously choosing each other. It just becomes, easier to stay where you are and to stay with this person. Okay? So the future energy check of the relationship is, I think judgment in a way is sometimes called the skeletons coming out of the closet card. Everything is laid bare. It's like the final judgment day and reckoning of where everything was heading. Something coming to light with the future of this connection. And the way that it ends is, at this point in time, if you stay with this person, is you being aligned with wanting a formal commitment, or at least seeing this as a life partner, and this person potentially still being dissatisfied or imbalanced in some way, just like they started off at the beginning of the reading here. So it isn't all bad. Maybe this person has a bit of a grass is greener mentality where they have a hard time seeing what they have in front of them. Maybe that has been them not seeing your value in this connection, or at least not giving you the validation that you seek from it. So there is forward momentum. There is the possibility to become comfortable in this connection, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But staying in it, if nothing were to change going forward, it is still showing a bit of a continued misalignment because of this point here of not being clear with each other about what you want for the future. Pile 1, let's keep going. We're going to pull another progression for what might unfold for you specifically if you move on from this particular connection. Past. So we're going right over top. Oh. Present. First outcome. Okay, these, in my mind, these were going to lay down a lot smoother than they are. They're sliding all over the place. Oh, okay. Pile 1, well, this definitively ends in you finding your happily ever after, so to speak, and releasing the burdens of emotional baggage. There is some sort of like friction or conflict that this current connection or relationship is causing for you, where I think you're finding it hard in some aspects to stay on top of things, to stay afloat, and you just feel maybe like you're a ship being tossed around by a stormy sea. It's just very unpredictable. You're trying to like rise above petty emotions and to just be calm, but it has you in your King of Cups energy. And as we see this progress, if you were to move on from this, there is a softening of that energy, a calmer approach to relationships because of what you learn from the one that didn't work out. More spontaneity. This is a big card about passion. So moving on from this, moving out of a time of conflict, embracing more passionate and nurturing and softer energy, and like separating yourself from something. I wonder if the connection that you're in currently is on trend for a repeating romantic pattern that you've had. Is this connection playing out similarly to other ones that you've had in the past? Because if so, moving on from this is going to finally put to rest this pattern. It's going to be you fully detaching and healing from this and moving forward to the 10 of Cups. And didn't I say back here you have the 9 of Cups where you're happy and independent, but you're not necessarily blended with another person? Well, here you are blended with another person. You have built something long-term, happy family, if that's what you want, with another person. And I think it is possible that the current connection is blocking you from seeing opportunities. And I get the sense that this little floating cup is this gap here. Something about your past experience has clouded you from finding the healthy, happy relationship that you have been looking for. So pile 1, you got to use your judgment here. What I will say, if you really want to stay in your current connection, the key is the 7 of Cups here. As I said in my little disclaimer in the beginning, if you see something you don't like, it means you need to make a conscious choice to change something. So what needs to potentially change for this relationship, for it to move forward, is not being on the same page. So this is about getting clear with your intentions, clear with what you want, clear with your values, and finding absolute clarity with this other person moving forward and trying to determine that. I think that is absolutely the key to being on the same page with this person, should you choose to move forward with them. And finally, I am going to pull an advice card. Okay. From your guides. Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is a caution to not be rash with words or decisions, actions. This card is kind of like an act now, think later card. So I think your guides are asking you, instead of moving forward in one direction or another, guns a-blazing, is to take your time to tune into yourself and evaluate what you want instead of just rushing forward with something so that you don't have regrets down the line. You know you better than I know you. You know you better than anyone else knows you, quite frankly. So take the time to connect with what's right for you. And then when you decide, move forward with absolute clarity that you are making the right choice for you and no one else. Pile 1. Those are the messages that I have for you. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight into the relationship and the crossroads that you're currently at. I can't wait to see you in the next one, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely and gorgeous pile number 2s. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Today's topic is stay or move on. If you haven't already and you feel called to subscribe, like, or comment, it's a huge help and it's so very appreciated. We have a little bit of a difficult topic today, so bear with me. We're going to get through this together, and I hope to give you some more clarity and some insight into this decision that you're currently facing. So pile 2, we're going to start with a relationship energy check. The relationship currently is the 3 of Cups. How you see the relationship currently, 6 of Wands, and now your person, 2 of Cups. Wow, okay. So to start off, and 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Pile 2, the vibes are good in this relationship so far. I want to know why you're here, asking if you should stay or move on from something that is seemingly happy and celebratory. So when I split the deck here, we have the 5 of Cups. I'm wondering if this resonates for you. If you are getting to know someone, but it's not an official relationship yet, there is an element of still having other people involved or getting to know other people, dating around, etc., that has you feeling a little bit concerned about moving forward with it. Like, am I the only one? But I do think that you feel like this person gets you. You feel appreciated by them, you feel seen by them, and you are potentially feeling like you found a good match. You have a reason to feel victorious, to feel celebratory. And I think this person sees a partnership with you as well. So, whether there are actually other people involved or not, this is a relationship that I think also has a solid foundation of friendship, which is amazing. And there is the wish on both ends for there to be a partnership, for there to be a relationship, and to move things forward. So that's really promising. It's very reciprocal, mirrored energy. Okay, pile 2. So we're going to pull some cards now for how the relationship / connection is going to progress if you stay with it. Nudity. So in the past, it seems like you were looking for something very specific, and you were dissatisfied with your romantic encounters, but you're currently feeling like you may have found the total package. And I do think staying with this connection, nurturing this connection, will result in things moving forward, but not without a little bit of difficulty. I don't necessarily see this, as a bad thing. Relationships are difficult and challenging, especially in the beginning. I think if you were to stay with this, the Judgment card here is alluding to some sort of truth being revealed. So this could be you and or this person stating your intentions for the connection that results in things moving forward pretty quickly, but then coming upon a potential form of like resistance or roadblock here with the Two of Swords. Yeah, okay, I see. The Two of Swords can sometimes be a difficult card, but having qualified it with the Empress, I actually just see this instance of it being more of a comfortable balance between you and this person. Centered, peaceful, tuning out the noise. Oh, and also a relationship where you feel that you are being taken care of. This can be emotionally, physically, materially, whatever way it resonates for you, but feeling that you don't have to be defensive, feeling at peace, and feeling nurtured and comfortable. If you are watching and you identify with the feminine, then this is you embracing your divine feminine and knowing that your counterpart is going to support you and be there for you. So allowing yourself to soften. And then we end with this energy check for the relationship. I think it's possible that, I heard it's too good to be true. So having some self-doubt and feeling like, how can I feel so like on top of the world, and how can we hit such a high point without there being a fall at some point? Like, what goes up must come down. How long can I like maintain this position of everything being good and what I want? But what I will say, these nine swords here, this is inside your head more than it is manifested in your external reality. This is the paranoia, the anxiety, the overthinking, and your person is showing up as your Knight of Cups. That's your like dream person. And they are there to meet you every time, every step of the way. So, moving forward in this connection, if you choose to stay with it, I see things moving forward. B, I see you feeling comfortable and taken care of and in a position where you can be vulnerable and safe in the relationship, but maybe having some worry that you might be missing something or that, oh, it can't really be that good. But sometimes things really are that good. You just have to use your own judgment for how this applies to your situation. Pile 2, we're going to do the same progression if you are to move on from this, if you don't want to give this any more of your time or effort. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ace, ace, ace. That's crazy. And this and feeling okay. Well, let me just say, either way, whatever you choose, you're gonna be fine. Okay. Pile 2, you are a very self-sufficient, independent, abundant person on your own. I am sensing that there could be an element of regret or missed opportunity if you move on from this before you feel like you're ready to. Aces are about opportunities that need to be acted on in order for things to like move forward. And the fact that you have an ace after an ace after an ace, it's like an opportunity presented but not taken. And then another type of opportunity presented and not taken. And then another type of opportunity presented and not taken. So it's like you mourn whatever the situation was that you put time into because you didn't want to wait to see if it turned into something. And then you are met with different kinds of people and opportunities moving forward and ultimately deciding that they are not the right ones for you and choosing to be potentially on your own, focusing on your solitude and yourself, being in your hermit era, but learning deeply from the experience and going inward and giving yourself a break if that's what you need. I'm getting these aces as different kinds of people too, like the Ace of Swords. Maybe you meet someone who's really smart. The Ace of Wands. Maybe you meet someone who's super flirty and passionate. And then the Ace of Cups, you meet someone who's very emotionally expressive. Okay? Back here, you had someone who had it all. Not just one or the other. You felt like you had the total package, but it was just like taking so long to get off the ground. I want to get some advice for you now, Pile 2, from your guides. What do they think you should keep in mind as you're making this decision? This was on the bottom of the deck. Or this was when I cut the deck, asking about this. The 3 cups are being mourned, but the 2 of cups is still available to you. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot. You can move this forward if both of you want it to move forward, and I do think you do. And I think that some of the disappointment or concern around this connection where you're here asking if you should stay or move on has to do with these 3 spilled cups. But if you focus your attention on the potential of the relationship and the dynamic you have with this person, it's not all bad. Pile 2, I think there is potential with this person. If you think they are a good match for you, but you're not sure how they feel, I think there is a very strong possibility that they want a partnership with you. But I think, on the other hand, if you feel like you don't want to put more time in, you want to break and you want to work on yourself, that will also be very beneficial for you in the long run. You can't make the wrong decision here. Yeah. What's meant to be will be. 4 of Wands, that's your happy union, your homecoming. You're going to find an amazing relationship either way. But if you're here wondering if this has potential, I'm telling you, yes, it does have potential. So it is up to you. Are you going to stay or move on? Pile 2, these are the messages that I have for you. I cannot wait to see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye, guys. Hello, my magical and mystical pile number 3s. Welcome to another pick a card reading. Today's reading is Stay or Move On. If you haven't already and you feel called to subscribe, like, or... I'm talking so fucking fast. Are you nervous? You might be. I was really slow the last few readings and now I'm feeling really jittery. If you feel called to subscribe, like, or comment, it is always so appreciated and really helpful. I'm excited to do another reading for you. So this topic is a bit of a heavier one. I hope I can shed a little bit of light and give you some insight as you move forward with this difficult decision. So pile 3, we're going to start off with an energy check for your relationship as it is currently. Ace of Cups, and then you and your person. Okay. You, Queen of Wands, them, the Star, with some nudity. Okay, perfect. Let's see what we have on the bottom. Okay, this is lovely. Okay, so the current energy of the relationship is one where your cup runneth over. A lot of emotion, a lot of feelings, deep feelings, sharing and caring. And this, it also, Ace of Cups is the season of summer. This could be a summer romance or something that progressed to the next level in the summertime. Or you're just feeling an overflowing of care and love and emotion for this person. This is a relationship where on your end, you might be feeling confident, like you can be yourself, that you can embrace all sides of you, and you see growth potential in this relationship. It lights your fire. And for this person, they feel very balanced. They feel like it is a well-suited partnership where they were almost in the right place at the right time in their life for this to happen. And it's just like the perfect blend of what they're looking for. So that is very promising. Page of Pentacles. There is a seed that can be planted with this relationship to grow into something more. And I think that is what is being evaluated here with you being in my little pick a card reading. So let's see here. We're going to see what the progression of this, relationship will be if you stay with it. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think you're already in a relationship with this person. You are just interested to know if they are the right one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you just want, I want to know. So I think when you went into this connection, you felt like they were your ideal partner, like they were your knight in shining armor, your perfect match. And they were a very steady, reliable partner and person. And with the Hierophant being in your present, I do, like I said, I think you are currently in a formal commitment with this person. And I think it is one that it seems like a healthy commitment that is beneficial to both people involved. So that is absolutely lovely. Moving forward, I'm wondering if there are some things that you have not expressed when it comes to boundaries or needs in this relationship. But if you stay with this connection, I see the next step and evolution of this is some very clear communication that leads to some form of compromise. Maybe Pile 3, do you sometimes feel that you have a hard time speaking up for yourself? Or, on the other hand, you take it too far and then you the sword becomes a weapon and you give someone a tongue lashing because you went too long without expressing your needs and boundaries, because I've been there. I feel you. Whatever this relationship, though, the vibe that I'm getting from this Queen of Swords is one where she is free to express herself calmly and directly in a way that has her partner, take gender is whatever, like flip it as it resonates. I'm just saying what's on the cards, but take it how it fits for you. Expressing herself in a way that tells her partner exactly where he needs to meet her. And it's interesting because you show up as the Queen of Wands here, and then we have the King of Wands at the end of this progression line. I'm not getting the vibe that whatever you have to say is turning this person off of the situation. These people here that may have reacted poorly to your needs in past relationships weren't the right person. But this dude here, I mean, he looks more than happy to carry that weight. In fact, this is someone who will step up if given the opportunity to do so. So I'm wondering, you might have a hesitation on if this is the right person because maybe there's something you haven't told them, or like a part of you that you wish to express that you haven't yet, and you don't know how it's going to go over. You may have had bad experiences with it, but I see this person rising to meet you. Yeah, okay. Something about this is going to change your view on relationships as a whole. And I think if you were to stay with this relationship, it would be one that you would want to hold on to and protect, that both you and this person would feel that way. And you might, yes. Okay. You might not be used to receiving from another person, letting another person take care of you or step up for you. You've been independent. But this person wants to give back to you. This is lovely. I'm seeing very good potential if you choose to stay with this connection and move forward with it. A kindness, a reciprocation, a protection, and an acceptance of each other. Pile 3, let's see now, if you were to choose to move away from this connection, if you wanted to move on, what would the progression be? What would unfold? What would transpire? I'm getting what if. I'm getting some regret. I'm getting, You know, like I said in my disclaimer, I'm not telling anyone what to do here. I'm just telling you what I see in these cards, and you take them as they apply to your situation and use your own judgment. If this does not sound like your relationship or what might happen, don't listen. This is for fun. And we're going to have fun. We're having fun, okay? I think you already have time and feelings invested in this person very clearly, as we can see here. If you were to move on from this, I think it would be closing the door on it for good. I don't think it would be, I'm going to move on, but then maybe we'll get together down the line. I see this more as like completely closing the door on whatever this relationship is, but it being a potentially very emotionally difficult grieving period. It will allow you to reconnect with other parts of yourself, your own stability, your own growth, and learning from your relationship experiences. But the way that these queens are facing is towards the past. And there seems to be a bit of melancholy and sadness around what was had. Some potential for one that got away, or at least your perceived opinion that this is the person that got away, whether they are or not. Potentially being hung up on this for a period of time. Yeah, I mean, I don't even get the vibe that you don't want this person. I think there's just some fear and something that needs to be expressed. Pile 3, like I'm not getting the gist that you don't want this person and that you're fed up. I think there's just something beneath the surface that needs to come out. Okay, yep. And your advice, 9 of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune. Pile 3, what's going to make you happy? Your guides want you to make the choice that is going to make you happy. What do you want? And now I'm getting that that scene from The Notebook. It's like, what do you want? What do you want? And then she's like, it's not that simple. It is that simple. What do you want? What's going to make you happy? I think you know. Deep down. I don't think whatever I have to tell you is going to sway your mind. You know what you want. Follow where you feel called and make the right choice for you, Pile 3. I know you will. What else can I tell you? Get out of your own head. I think whatever fears you have, you've built up so much that you're not even aware of the situation anymore. If you take off your blindfold and you actually look at what's going on around you, you're really not in any danger. It's a perceived threat. Has this person given you any reason to think that they're not going to handle you or what you have to say in a supportive and loving manner? Because, I mean, the vibe that I'm getting is that they are very much capable and ready to do that for you. So don't be afraid. In fact, you're more likely to cause yourself unnecessary pain by keeping on that blindfold and moving through without full awareness of the situation and choosing to remain blind to something. So take off your blindfold. Know that it is worse in your head than anything that will manifest in the external reality. Let's see. 9 of Pentacles. You are abundant. You are independent. You have a lot going for you. You are worthy. Yeah, I'm also seeing maybe something around self-worth and worthiness. And I think this person, I think this person confirms that for you and they make you feel good about yourself. Maybe you lost your confidence in past relationships, but you've gotten it back. You're not going to lose it this time. You have a lot to offer someone. And this person sees that. This is someone who knows your worth. I love that for you. Pile 3, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope it helped you look at your relationship or your situation in a different way. And I hope that it will make things easier for you. Thank you so, so much for being here. I'm excited to see you in the next reading. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye, guys.